Hey, Raw Truth. How are you, sugar? Welcome, 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 welcome. We got Keep It Cute with Miss Mel in the business. Shout out. Come on through. Come on through. Miss Jasmine is in the building. What's happening? What's happening? Nothing but good vibrations. All is welcome here to join the Grown Folk Podcast. Period. Point blank. That's on the set. I'm waiting for my co-host, and then we gonna get started. In the meantime, make yourselves at home. Make yourselves at home. Miss Sonya Kamak is in the building. Shout out! Straight like that.
Y'all already know the title of this thing is Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better. I can do anything better than you. And we gonna get into why we got this title for the day. Even though it's pretty self-explanatory, but hey, come on in, come through, come through, come through. I don't bite and the water is warm. You hear me? Come through, come through. You can do, I can do it better. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
Not the song.
What's happening, cuz? Shout out to you, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey, hey. Shout out to everybody. We got cousin Latte in the building.
Hey, everybody in the chat.
Keeping it cute,
How's
say.
we doing tonight, everybody?
Keeping it cute, say she is stress free, baby. I love it.
That is the way to be, baby.
Love it. I love it. I'm glad that y'all are here. We are glad that you all are here. Come in, make yourselves at home with Tiff&Tae, straight like that. All is welcome. We love to have grown, ladies and gentlemen in here that have strong topics and, have a little friendly banter and comedic outlook and just, chill. You know what I'm saying? Learn
Nah, nah,
something.
nah.
Shana na na na. Yes, oh yes. Bro, y'all, I know it's been quite a busy week. We will not hold you guys too long because this is a little later than we would normally come on. And don't forget, you guys, Tuesdays is really our day. It's just sometimes you can't help what may go on your life on any given day of the week.
Oh
So
yeah, you sound so much better. Thank God, because I thought I was hearing with my eyes and seeing with my ears for a minute. I was kissing the phone trying to hear what you were saying, cousin.
is it better now?
So much better.
Okay, great, great, great. But yes, y'all, it's been a lot going on, and we sometimes, Tuesdays, other things may pop up, but Tay and I do want to be consistent with just hanging out with you guys and making sure we show up for you so you can expect us. So on days where maybe we can't show up on Tuesday, we definitely still want to come and bless you with our presence on any given day of the week. We still want to show up for you. So that's why we are here on a Wednesday. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out.
There we go. There we go.
Period poop. Raw truth. Let's see. Okay, you talking to Mel. Ashley D says, sorry, I was just asking, was you going live? Oh, yeah, I had just clicked the live button, Ashley, when you had hit me. Let me go get my bomb pops. I've been waiting on y'all. Yes, Mel. Go get them bomb pops.
Yes.
So boom, I got my trusty sidekick here with me, y'all. And today I'm just gonna introduce this show and we just gonna feed off of each other, y'all. We like to go off the fly. Often we kinda y'all know how we do. It works for us and we just like to give our honest point of views.
So today, cousin and I had thought about one-upmanship. This is the actual word, y'all. One-upmanship. And
Wait, you
what
gotta fix it again, Tiff.
I ain't do nothing.
No, it sounded a little muffled.
Hold on.
All right, there you go.
Okay. I think sometime my phone be trying to switch from my phone to my Wi-Fi at home. Just let me know, Tay, if I go out, I'll try to move around. Hey, Miss Annette. Can y'all hear me okay down there in the chat?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. Well, y'all just let me know. I'll try to adjust as much as I can. One up. Hey, Miss Annette, I hope you're doing well, beautiful. One-upmanship is an actual word. It's basically, when you're dealing with someone that's always trying to one up you. That is called one-upmanship. Okay. And I know we all know somebody that we have dealt with in our life that is always trying to one up somebody. Have y'all ever heard somebody telling a story? You telling your story, and you could say, hey, let me tell you about when I went to Italy or something. Well, they got to interrupt your story to talk about when they went to Bora Bora. If you got $100,000, they've got 1 million. Let's talk about it. Come through, Tay.
Absolutely. It seems to be a thing where everybody gotta prove that they doing better than the next person, but we all meeting in the same place.
Mm, this is a fact.
So my thing is, when you doing better, you ain't got to speak on doing better, because your better is going to shine through. It's going to speak for you. And my thing is, what's the point of putting somebody down so you could stand up?
Woo! Mm. I want to I agree so much. Let me know again, y'all, at any time in the chat if my voice does something, I'll adjust. There's 3 things that I've read on, y'all, that goes with one-upmanship, and I'm gonna let y'all know what they are, and then we can break them down, like add on whatever we want to each one individually. So the 3 words that came up behind one-upmanship is one, insecurity. Two,
Shine.
two is relating. 3 is self-centeredness. All right. The insecurity is defined by one-upmanship can be a coping mechanism for people who feel inferior or inadequate, and it is compensation for something that is lacking. The relating says people may one up others in an attempt to relate to them. The self centeredness says these types of people struggle to not make things about themselves. So let's talk about the insecurities in a person who's always one upping someone else. Tay, what you got for that?
I was actually letting you finish, girl, but me personally, insecurities and all of the things that you said just run a train on each other at the end of the day, because one is going to lead to the other and the other is going to lead to the one behind it. Just being honest with you. And a lot of times people have to be seen in order to feel like they being heard. And if they're not
Yes.
seen, then they feel like they are relevant. So they have to do things to be seen to get the outcome of being saw. Otherwise, it don't count.
Absolutely. May I give a shout out? Thank you so much to Platinum Bracelets for that wonderful, wonderful super. She says, cough, to cover the shipping cost of my books. And baby, look, you inspire and motivate me to make sure I get that out there. Platinum Bracelets, don't take your foot off my neck, baby girl. Thank you so much. She says, I'm still waiting. I have some valuable business information. I know you do, and I will be in touch with you on tomorrow. So be looking out for my call. You already know I'm coming from a NC area code. My company slogan is "We do it right, so you can sleep at night." Keep being real. Thank you,
Like,
Platinum. I love that. And thank you so much, Platinum Bracelets, for your love and your support. And you best believe I will be in touch, baby. Period. And thank you so much for staying on me with that. I love it. J Band's in the building. Shout out, shout out, shout out.
hey,
Mama
everybody
three.
that's speaking in the chat.
Welcome in to everybody and thank you all so much for being here. Let me
Yeah,
pin that.
the one
Okay.
that's a real, like, in this society, in this day and age, you deal with that from the people that's furthest from you and the people that's closest to you as well. And it's just sad that you can't just be who you are without people making what you are who they is. Like, if what they not doing outshines what you doing, then they not doing nothing at all.
Period. Hey, brother Bennett, welcome in, welcome in. And I'm gonna tap on with this insecurity to say, you guys, now y'all know I keep it hot no matter who like me or not. You feel me? Period. Welcome in,
Talk
brother.
about it.
Welcome in, brother B. Bennett. Love you so much. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, bestie, I love you, Lolo. Welcome in, sugar, sugar, sugar. And you better not be typing and driving, or I'm gonna kick your ass. I love you. Um, insecurities, y'all. I've seen this so much. Whether it comes from here, right? I'm gonna keep it high. Anything that I bring to you, like YouTube, is part of my real life. So a lot of this stuff I've seen right here on these YouTube streets. I've seen it in life outside of YouTube street. With one upping. Okay, I see it damn near every day on YouTube. Okay,
Absolutely.
one-upmanship. And I will agree that normally this thing comes from being insecure. It comes from using one up in somebody as a way to make yourself feel more superior than you actually are. It's almost like if you are a intelligent person, right? Let me use intelligence as an example. If you are an intelligent person, intelligent people do not have to walk around and say, and this goes for anything. You can pick the word that you want to use. I'm just gonna throw intelligent out there. Intelligent people do not have to tell you they're intelligent. You hear it when they speak. You see it in their actions, so and so forth, right? Well, this is the same thing. Well, if a person is rich or this, that, or the third, like somebody who knows
Absolutely.
money don't have to say, "Hey, listen to me. I know money." Usually someone will come to them and say, "Hey, you got the kind of situation that tells me you know money. Tell me more." You understand? When a person
Mhm.
got it, and they don't have to shout it to the rooftops. You understand? It shows
So,
insecurity. Hey, Truth in the City, welcome in, baby.
hey, truth in the city.
Y'all let us know what y'all think in the chat as well. Shout out to everybody here, and thank you again to Platinum Bracelets for that love. And also, if somebody could be so kind to put our cash apps down there. I don't think I have my banner on thing. I'm gonna make one in a second. But if y'all could, oh,
It's messing up again, I guess, because you moving around.
how about now?
There you go. There you go.
Okay, I think I got it. Never mind, chat. Thank y'all. Let me see. And if when Latte's talking, y'all, I'm gonna try to mute mine to maybe kill. I don't know why it's giving feedback, but then again, y'all, my phone is raggedy, and I'm gonna keep it until it conk out and has, its last breath. You understand? However, am I still good? Cause
Yeah, you still good. You good.
okay, and so it is very true that one upping somebody is compensation for something you're lacking. You know what I'm saying? Just like sometimes you could have maybe people that have a lot of money may not be so great in bed. Somebody that may not be very good looking might be excellent in bed, and they have to tell people, if you've got a 9 incher, I've got a 10 incher. You know what I'm saying? They call it a prick
If you
measuring
in an
contest.
apartment, I got a house.
Yes. If
Right.
you drive a Benz, I drive a Lamborghini. Like,
Right. If you bullheaded, I got here.
period. If you got three
Right.
strands of edges, I got five. You feel me?
Right. There we go. There we go.
So, I think what we're trying to do, yes, Treasure, shout out
Hey,
to
Trisha.
14. So I think the reason why before we go to the next one, y'all, that we're even bringing light to this is because I had noticed this throughout, like I said, the YouTube streets, a way that we argue.
Fix yourself,
If
Tiff.
I'm sorry, y'all. I may have switched devices in a second. The way we argue is often in a tear down way. It's almost like if I have a house, like Tay said, and find out you have an apartment, my house is somehow superior to your apartment because I don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We both get from point A to point B, but I'm better than you because my car costs more. I could be the dumbest, evilest son of a bee in a car, but I'm better than you because my car was $20,000 more than yours.
Hey, I got a 2018. You got a 2025. Stop playing.
Right. It's crazy. And when we have to do that, it literally shows, are you happy with that Lamborghini? Are you happy in that house? Because someone that is so upscale, somebody that has so much, wouldn't be worried about those that have less unless you're trying to help them, right? I shouldn't worry about your pockets and what I have more than you if I'm not investing in the money you don't have, right?
And having more than me still don't make you better than me. And I don't give a fuck.
Period. Period.
You could have more and still not be happy. My happiness come free, so I could be happy and still got way more than you than what you paid for and all that shit that you got.
Absolutely. You have a boyfriend, such and such has a husband, but such and such could be in a miserable marriage. Meanwhile, the person with a boyfriend could be being treated like absolute gold, you know?
Hmm.
And so we have to just be careful that when we are one upping people, it is showing. If I have to downplay what you have by saying what I have better, do I really have better? As you have to ask yourself that, what do we consider the things that make us superior to somebody? You
But
know what
what
I'm
if it's
saying?
better? What's better if it's materialistic?
Right.
Materialistic things don't make things better.
It does not.
It just
Because
means you have things.
you can have plenty of things and lack nothing of value.
And value is the freest thing that a person can have within themselves. And it's just so hard to come by.
I'm telling you, cuz you are speaking a word. So,
What I've
yes.
learned, what I've learned, sorry to cut you off.
Uh uh
What I
uh
what I've learned is basically piggybacking off of what you said. A person that got it ain't gotta tell people that they got it. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? A person that don't have it ain't gotta tell a person that they don't have it. Wherever a person's situation is, it shall commonly speak for itself. But for you to put your mouth on somebody else's situation only devalues you.
Period, Pooh. Hey, Miss Teresa, welcome in. Welcome in. I agree with you so much. And also, we have to be careful. I'm going to say this, something that is true that we don't really care when we're in the middle of it is, just like on YouTube, all of us walk different lives. You understand? So being a supporter here, there, or anywhere, it doesn't mean that everyone that supports you is rich. It doesn't mean that everyone that supports you don't struggle with something. So when we are really throwing daggers at one person or the other, it's really
Mhm.
throwing daggers at many. If I'm tearing down your small apartment, I'm tearing down everyone in here who might have a small apartment.
Apartment. Hmm.
You know, if I'm tearing down what you make a month at your job that you put 40 hours in and work hard for, if we both work hard at our jobs, I just so happen to maybe make more than you or something. It doesn't take away from what you put in to get what you get.
That's the thing for me. I'm trying to figure out what do you have to make a year to exist as a human being, because that seemed to be a big thing. If you're not making a certain amount of money a year, then what scale does that put you on?
Right. Am I not a person
Like
if I don't bring
what's the
in?
number? What's the number?
Come through, Tay. Come through. I mean, is it a
Is it
hundred
three?
K?
Right? Is it 300K? Like what income do you bring in a year that basically brings you as a person value? And I'm not even talking about the money aspect. What value of the money makes you count? Like what statute do it start for a person to be able to count? Yeah, because I know 50K, that might be a little low, right? That might be a low on the YouTube streets. I'm not sure. 60, 70, because I'm pretty sure people make different wages. You understand? So if you're not making a certain amount of a certain wage, does that mean your support or you don't count?
Period. And let's be clear here. I'm gonna go ahead and say what your neighbor ain't gonna say. Okay, your neighbor is not going to admit to you that um I don't think all the richest people in the world landed in this sector. Okay, like I don't think that this is just, I mean, I'm not knocking nothing, but if you look at, American statistics in most states and this, that, and the third, I think it's silly to think that everybody on here, like not, look, y'all, just work with me here, all right?
Rich, you broke. I'm broke. Pay Tay. Tay broke. I'm broke. If everybody rich, I'm broke. Tay broke.
Right. And it's like,
Ah,
how is it that everything, no matter what somebody makes or has, it's frowned upon by somebody else? Like, I refuse to believe that everybody in this sector, like, and I'm only using us all as an example, guys, so don't come for my neck. But is it safe to say, now let's be honest here, you could even say, boom, let's use four, we'll use 4 grand a month, right? We got 4 grand times 12 months will bring us around 48K, right? The average person, you guys, is not making 10 grand a month. They're not making 7,500 a month. They're barely putting, unless you have multiple jobs
shit,
and
Mike
working.
said.
And can you hear me now?
Yeah.
It could be when I lean back. It seems to happen when I'm leaning back. Um, Let me know if it goes out. Yeah, the average person, you guys, is not up here making a lot of people don't even make over 5 grand a month. All right. And I'm being honest, everybody in these YouTube streets do not have masters. Some people who do have these things don't even have jobs in what their masters or bachelor's or associate's degrees are in. So I say all that to say we live in a place where everyone wants to make everybody feel like, oh my God, if you make anything under 100K, you are poor as hell. You're living in poverty. And you can only imagine how many people are sitting down in chats who know damn well they're not making 100K a year. That's like, yeah, you right, 100K. Do y'all know how many people be capping around here?
Tiff,
Because
I got a
somebody
word.
is.
How about the ones without the master degrees, bachelor's degrees, or anything, and they making over 5 and 6K on on YouTube? Because I mean, you ain't got to have no type of degrees, obviously, to get up here and talk your shit. So what about those ones? Because I mean, I ain't take no degree to get it,
Period.
and I came from EBT in Section 9. What happened?
Period. Teresa says, you are so right. They be making me feel poor. And I'm just being honest. The average person ain't living in mansions. The average person is not spending 4,500 a month on rent. The average person is not living in a 5 bedroom, 4 bathroom, 3 car garage, 7 acres. It's just not it. And people will get up here and really gaslight you into thinking like, oh, if you're not making over 10K a month, then you're a loser. If you're not making 20K a month, you're a loser or whatever. I'm like, baby.
Well, give me content creator welfare. They got that?
You crazy.
I mean, I'm
Okay,
serious
y'all.
because there's people that drop out of school and everything and wind up running their own businesses and make more than well over a lot of people that went to school to make money did. So you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't do that. Everybody don't make the same thing, but everybody ain't take the same route to get what they got either.
Trash, thank you for telling me. I switched it to both where it's gonna interchange. Let me know if it sounds I don't know what be happening, y'all. Sometimes it's perfect sound and sometimes it's just crazy. But I'm just don't think y'all, just let me know. I don't mind adjusting as much as I need to for the better of the show. Um, we pay $15.50 a month, and I'm upset about having to pay that much. Period, Pooh. Thank you, Treasure Baby. Period. The next one, y'all, is relatable. What we just spoke about is the insecurities of being a one-upper. The next one is relating. People may one up others in an attempt to relate to them. I also see this often, if you to fit in a conversation, you may like if someone is talking about sailing to Saint Tropez or something over the ocean, you have to. Some people may feel they have to make up an experience about sailing across the ocean to fit in with the conversation. Instead of if they have it, you can fit in a conversation by saying, oh, that must sound amazing. How was that? I might be interested in doing the same. Some people
Yeah.
have to act like they've already had every experience to talk with you.
Like if you say something, the person go, "Oh, I've been there,
Right.
and I've also been such and such place," just to dole out the factors of your moment, or to feel like they've had a moment of their own that may outweigh yours.
Absolutely. It's all about outweighing someone else's moment. If somebody else has a good day, look, I could use YouTube as an example for 1,000 years. You understand? If somebody else has like 5,000 subscribers, well, that's nothing to you can have a person that don't even have a channel that'll say, oh, shoot, that ain't nothing. If I had a channel, I'd probably have about 10 or 20,000 by now, but you don't.
Right?
But you
You
don't.
don't. How you speaking on something that's non-existent? Mine's is proof. You can see mine, so
Period.
why you speaking on something of yours that ain't here yet?
Period. It's the craziest thing to me. You do not have to lie or exaggerate to fit in a conversation or to relate to somebody, because guess what? If you have to lie about it, then you don't relate. If you
Some
you
people
don't relate.
Some people need friends, Steph. Some people lie to fit in. Some people lie to feel like they're apart. Some people lie not even for the factors of one up, just to be within. You understand? Because if they feel like this is what this people or this what this person have within this group, they would have to have those ultimate same things to be able to stand next to them. But if you have no friends, you be surprised that people will do to befriend other people.
Period. And that's a fact. And it leads me to ask: are these people really your friends? Like, we sometimes break. Not by we, I'm just speaking on people in general. Will break their necks to befriend or be in a circle of folks that you have to pretend to be something else. It's almost like if you knew a rich person, right? Well, you pretending to be rich do not make you rich. So when it comes time to put your money where your mouth is, and people like, hey, y'all want to do a 5 country tour next spring or whatever, and it come time to put your money where your mouth is, they gonna soon realize, well, damn, every time we do something or go somewhere, Jackie can't never go. She always making up an excuse or whatever. I don't really think Jackie got no money. Eventually, you have to put your money where your mouth is. You talking about how great your crib is or marriage. Well, someday somebody gonna want to visit you and see that you and your husband just argue all the time, to see that your children out of order and full of chaos. You ain't got no structure in the home. Oh yeah, your couch is expensive and your paintings on your wall is awfully pretty, but baby,
What's in the dark shall come to the light.
baby, auntie, baby.
The dark shall come to the light. So what you try to hide in the background will be pulled to the front.
Period. You could have a whole man, child. You flashing a ring, like, oh my God, look, y'all, I get everything I want. I'm just, look at this big old ring, this house, da da da. Meanwhile, you ain't even got the man that was supposed to come with the ring. Why? Because you took things over respect. You took.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You wanted to one up Sarah and them and let Sarah and them know, oh, I could get me a rich man and be taken all over the world. And you wanted to show off and show out, baby. Meanwhile, it was a price you had to pay to one up Sarah and them.
And that was your happiness.
Woo wee, Hattie.
And anything that cost you your happiness ain't worth it.
Not at all. And we have to be careful of that. If you can't relate, then don't, listen. This is where we grow at. Like me and Tay was talking about that earlier. Like Tay had mentioned, we were on the phone. Tay is, y'all, and shout out to cousin Tay, because when we are speaking, y'all, it is not time wasted at all. She truly pours into me. We pour into each other. And she just really spits jewels on me, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes when we're prepping and preparing. And I want to thank you for that, Tay. One thing Tay said was, if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Tell me in the chat if you ever heard that saying. If you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Has anybody out there heard that saying? I know I have. And I was so glad Tay sent that reminder out, because so many people are afraid of, you're so afraid of looking like you're not where someone else is, that you don't allow yourself to grow from other people that is ahead of you, so to speak. Ain't nothing wrong with being the person that's trying to catch up with things. You know what I'm saying? It's
It sure
nothing
is.
wrong.
Each one teach one. One hand wash the other. Both hand wash the face. We better together. If I'm not in no competition with nobody but my old self to become a better self. So while you sitting here racing with me, you're gonna be running on your knees.
Period. Hey, Dreamy girl, love you, Pookie. Welcome in, welcome in.
Now, if we could come together and I could help you run and you could help me run, ain't nobody on their knees. Ain't no bending or no breaking. But when you got somebody that's trying to be in competition with you, it like when people do things with no good intentions and it's not from the heart, it's never going to work out right. So you can't have people around you that don't have good intentions for you. So when people are not trying to pour into you, they're trying to take out of you.
Period. Mm, mm, mm. Can we get an amen? Can we get an amen? Shana na na na. Hey, Miss Rosalind.
Church stand and say.
How are you, sugar? Welcome in, baby doll. So good to see all of you beautiful queens down here, and thank you for joining us today. We are talking about one-upmanship, an honest conversation about dealing with people that feel the need to one-up others, okay, and what that's like. So we started with the insecurities you must have if you're a one-upman person. We also spoke about relating, people using this to relate to others. The other one that's on here is self-centeredness, which comes with boasting and bragging, struggling to not make things about yourselves, not being able to let somebody have their moments. Okay, if you just got married yesterday and you want to tell your peers about how wonderful your wedding is, you don't really need the assistance of interruption from someone who got married 10 years ago, who's now trying to tell everyone what colors their wedding was. And like, come on, give me my 5 minutes first, and then for halftime we could talk about everybody else's wedding. But see, you've been married 10 years. I just got married yesterday. Can we please talk about how wonderful my wedding was and then talk about all the other wonderful weddings afterwards?
Mhm. 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 And
Self
some people can take.
centered.
Some people could also take people that are can misconstrue some people for being self-centered, rather than being confident. Some people can be confident in themselves, and some people will be accused of being self-centered because they believe in themselves wholeheartedly. Like, oh, you're such a self-centered person. If it's not about you, it's not about nothing. And sometimes it's not the fact is of it just being about you, or you not being, or it not being about nothing. Sometimes your confidence can be read off wrong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we just got to be careful of the self-centered one-upman people. Period. If you say you had let's see, a local band that everybody loves from your town perform at your wedding, you better believe they got to say they had Aerosmith, John Bon Jovi, Boys the Men, and whoever else perform at theirs. You know what I'm saying? If you had a beautiful wedding of 100, they got to tell you that they had one of 150. Be careful of those people, because honestly, I'm not into one-manship people. Okay,
At all.
I, it's a waste of space in my life, because what it tells me is I'm not a one-manship person. Okay, I don't have to tell you what I got to enjoy hearing about what you have, right?
Mhm.
And I think it's really arrogant. It's really just low vibrational to not be able to let others shine without feeling you have to put your spotlight on yourself. You know what I mean? Give people their moment. You don't always have to steal the show. Period.
Just because
I,
you give somebody else their moment don't mean you don't or won't have one.
yes. Hey, Shelly, how are you, pumpkin pie? How are you? Absolutely. And y'all can let us know down there what y'all think. Yes, Ashley. And thank you for agreeing that we up here speaking some facts, baby. Yes, we see you. I see everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Let me
I'm
see.
going back and forth from the live screen to the chat screen, so because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I am too. Let me see. Teresa Yancey, I like that you said that's what we make around 80,000, and I'm so at peace in my household, and that's priceless to me. Yes, baby. Yes, I agree, because at what, like, this is one other point I want to make about money, right? Everybody's household is different, okay? Let's make this real clear. I don't know what every single person's household contains, right? What my household of just me and my husband need, what we need to maintain our home, may be different for what a household of 5 or a household of 4 may need. You understand? Um Depending on what your bills are like, it will also depend on what you need to make to have a sufficient life. Some people might be fine taking trips twice a year. Some people might be fine taking a really great trip once a year. Some people might have to take a trip every month or every season. Depending on what your lifestyle is about, would depend on what you will need to make to fulfill that lifestyle. But
Right.
because your lifestyle is what it is doesn't take away from, you may need 150K to even feel comfortable. But let's be clear here, you guys. I don't give a damn how big or whatever a family is, like, unless you have astronomical numbers, astronomical meaning like just a big family, in your house. If you have a family larger than 5 or 6 people, if you're a family of 8, if you're a family of 7, a family of 6, you are going to need probably more food, more bill money and stuff than someone who is using less energy in their home. It's less lights being cut on, less TVs running. So we have to just be careful of comparing. Oh my God, you need this to survive, or you only make this amount. Well, this amount might be enough to suffice that person. They may only need to make $3,000 to take care of their household.
And if a person is making $3,000, anything over zero is better than nothing at all.
Period. Period. Because guess what?
Especially if you ain't giving me a zero.
And I tell you this, you'll find out. You keep on living. Let me tell you, in my 41 years, I learned just how little I can live off of before blessed with much. You know what I'm saying? None of us have always made the same amount that we may make today or whatever 20 years ago or 25 years ago, or when you had your first apartment or whatever. Rent was different. All of our states are different.
Like
What
they
my
say, sometimes less is more.
Yes, and there was a time, baby, where break room, living alone, circa however X or many years ago, there was a time I had no problem living off 2,500 a damn month. Do you hear me? There was a time where that was enough to pay my bills, feed me, have some spending money, and this, that, and the third. Times are, it's just different for everyone. But I don't frown upon somebody that can only, right now, they may only be making $2,500 a month, but they're making it work. That doesn't mean, oh my gosh, it must sucks to be you. You literally have to live off of $2,500. Like, oh my God. If you have to, you will.
You definitely will. And like you said, everybody hasn't always been in a situation. And even though some may be blessed or more blessed or a little blessed than others, you got to that blessing. Some people had to gain their blessings. But when they didn't have as many blessings as they have today, they still maintained. And maintaining was the biggest thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, things that you have to do as you get older, maybe, or whatever, like when you start having to maybe put kids through college, or different things require different incomes, y'all. And I am someone who understands that. But I just will never understand how, we tend to think that the only way I can feel good about what I've done is to lessen what you've done. You know what I mean? If you love your job but you're not making what I would have accepted, I shouldn't take away from the happiness that the satisfactory you have in your job. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Hey, sister teacher, love you, Pookie.
Absolutely. Now, let's just talk about this from a person that has a platform, right? If you downgrading somebody, what if somebody that you talking to, somebody that supports you, like you said, down in that chat or in your support realm, they only making 50 or 60,000, but they taking out of what they given or what they got to be able to give to you. That's basically an insult to the people that are supporting with what they have.
Yep. Yep. And be careful. Hey, pump your brakes with Mr. Troy. Welcome in, brother. And
Hey,
be
everyone
careful.
coming in.
And be careful because, often when it comes to, panels or anything like this, you don't want to have people insulting your audience. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have different walks of life. There is somebody that could be suffering from, weight problems. It's somebody that's suffering from a bad marriage, somebody suffering from abuse, trying to get out of a hotel room and into a home. And it's just
Absolutely.
everything, that people go through. And so we have to be careful, that when we, including myself, when we insult one person, that one insult to one person could be one insult to many.
Absolutely. People take medication out here. When you take medication, it causes different functions and different outcomes within your body. Everybody ain't fat because they eat. Some people have water weight due to the medication that they take. Everybody is not skinny because they don't eat. Some people are skinny, and that's because of the medication that they take. Some people have teeth problems due to the medication that they take. You can't always judge a person or a book by its cover or insult a person without realizing you may be insulting a group of people. Maybe I'm disabled really, like in real life, and maybe the only outcome or income I do receive or am able to receive because I'm not able to work is disability. And throughout the factors of my entertainment, I choose to sow my ties or sow my support into you. You have now beat me down as a person to make me feel like I'm not worthy or there is something wrong with me, because a lot of people come to us as an outlet. You never know how many people we done talked off the edge, or how many people you actually can be talking onto an edge the way or what it is what you say. Words are weapons. You have to be very careful how you choose to use them, because just like there's physical abuse, there's a such thing called verbal abuse, and a person will remember what you said longer than it will take for that scar to heal from a hit. And I'm not saying one is worse than the other, but it truly exists. So when you're throwing words out there, be careful who you might throw them at, because the wrong person might catch it. It might not even hurt the person that you're intending for it to hurt. It may hurt the people that's around that's listening, because something that you say, it may also ultimately resonate with them. If I'm a person that's been dealing with insecurities within myself, if you come on here and you be like, yeah, you old crooked tooth ass bitch, you crooked teeth, this, that, and the third, and that's something that I'm already dealing with in myself, you don't know what you may be putting into me to cause me to erupt, period. So you have to be careful. There is people that been in accidents throughout their life, that has been through domestic violence, that caused physical elements throughout their life on their physical body that they did not have control over, but they have to walk around with them stripes, because I'm not going to call them scars. Do you understand? But you have to watch your words.
Hmm. Hey, JB, baby. Welcome in, sweetie pie.
Hey,
Absolutely, Kay.
JB.
You have to watch your words because you never know who you are insulting or who you could miss an opportunity on catching a vibe with, because you might be so busy trying to and let's be clear here, y'all. The one upping ain't always true. You understand? Like, you have to be careful of those that one up, and it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? They're not even living the one ups they're one upping with. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
Bow Wow in front of the airplane, like we was talking about on the phone, right? Yeah, like Bow Wow in front of the airplane. It don't
The
take
Bow
much for
Wow
somebody to
syndrome.
go stand in front of a house, but they live in an apartment.
Right, right. And another great example is this. If I'm going, say I wanted to fly to another country or something, right? I may have zero problem flying, not having to fly first class or whatever. I might be cool in coach, you know what I'm saying? You
Right.
might, on the other hand, before we even get to travel together, right? But plan a trip, you might be one of those people that's like, oh my God, I can't believe people actually travel in coach. Like, I just can't. I mean, it's so uncomfortable. I mean, oh my God, I have to be in such and such, or I have to stay at this type of place, or this, that, and the third. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be in a rush. Now, this is just hypothetical, of course, but I'm not gonna be in a rush to go on vacation with you when I know I might have to break the day. Like, I shouldn't have to pretend that I have to have the most highest situation of everything. I gotta stay in a $10,000 a night suite and all of that. I might be cool in my little $500 a night or $300 a night hotel. You know what I'm saying? We may have to travel with different groups or something because baby, so like, and then you get there, they be the first person. The people who act like that though, y'all, be the first person, and when you go out to eat. I forgot my wallet at home. Can somebody that be them people right there?
Oh, the $2,000 bag without $20 in it. Okay,
What? Hey, come through,
okay.
cuz, come through.
That two
You know
thousand
what I'm
dollar
saying?
bag without $20 in it. Right.
Period. You the one can't go half on an Uber, but you want to talk about flying business class. But once we get to that destination, you ain't even got half on an Uber. Come on, relax.
Living life as a facade is all a facade. That's what you live in.
It is. So yes, y'all, we have to be careful of the one up men people because y'all, the one up men people are very dangerous. They have people feeling inferior, people feeling you can actually become uh I don't like to use this word, but suicidal. You know, people have become suicidal of never feeling good enough in around people that they have to deal with, whether it's family or whoever,
Can I,
classmates,
can
whoever.
I cut in and say something on that aspect? Right?
Come through.
Because I'm a person that we've been in this saga and we've been around and about within the YouTube streets. And within the last 2 years, of course, you heard people go through things and things have been said. But I'm going to just be honest and I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it with my chest. Mental illness is a real damn thing, right? And I would never want to hear that somebody was at the point of taking themselves out or being at a point where they was at their worst. And that be the number one thing that a person chooses to throw at somebody. Like, what type of tacky shit is that? So you mean to tell me you're going to use ammunition that somebody was going to take their self out as a shot against them, or use somebody's depression or one of their lowest moments? Like, what do that be about? Because you have to have something short within yourself to even use that as something towards somebody else. But a person that got any type of empathy or a heart to even hear somebody at that type of space, even if I don't fuck with a bitch, I'm gonna leave her alone at that point.
Period.
I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm not going to engage. I'm fully gonna disengage because I would not want to be the person or the thing that would have anything to do with somebody going that far within themselves. Like, do you know what point a person has to be within their life to be at that point? So for
Mm,
you to remind them over and over of their lowest point, that just makes you a low person.
very, very low vibrational.
That's some corn. No, that's some corny shit. Low vibrational is one thing and corny is another. That's some corny shit because weak people do weak things. You're not gonna target somebody's weak point to make yourself a strong. It don't happen that way. And when I hear people do it, that just lets me know how weak they ultimately are because you had to try to look within my damage to make you manage, to make you feel like you were saying something of substance. Why wouldn't you be able to use anything else other than my bad? And I'm saying bad because anytime a person haven't been in a good space in their life, they consider it as a bad. But some people got to realize every loss ain't a lesson. And everything that you've been through in your life, it wasn't for the bad. It was to make you for the good.
Absolutely. I agree. And yes, Treasure, take too real with it. Too real with it. That's why I love her point of views, man. For real, for real. I agree.
Yeah, Treasure, I'm gonna leave her alone. Like, not for like, what win are you going to? What type of W are you looking for in a situation like that?
Absolutely. see exactly who does. Hey, Miss Linda Mosley, how are you, sweetness?
Hey, Linda.
Let me see. Hope I ain't misspeaking to nobody. Welcome in, everybody. And y'all already know if anybody want to bless either one of these hosts, you are welcome to. With It's Latte's World. Don't forget your dollar sign or dollar sign Big Stacks 1983, or simply just be here, comment, and hang out with us. It is a blessing. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And it's always a blessing when I come through with you, Tiff, because greatness is greatness, baby.
I feel the same way, baby. I wouldn't have want. Listen, listen, Linda. I enjoy this thing. I enjoy this, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
Now wipe the ashes out your lap, Tiff.
Period, poo. And off the blanket. Uh, but yes, y'all. I really did think that this was something. A lot of the things that me and Tay choose to speak about, we wanted to resonate with many people. Because it doesn't matter what you have, there is always somebody who can one up you. You understand? You could be the richest person in your group, but there is always someone richer in another group and in another group, always someone who can look down upon what you have, even when you are looking down on what someone else has. And make no mistake, the way the universe blesses, the universe can take back. You know what I mean? So that being cocky
That
and
shall be
arrogant.
first. Those that shall be first shall be last, and those that shall be last shall be first. And you got to
Period.
remember one thing also. You could walk in the room with nothing but labels on, and a bitch will walk in with a $20 outfit and shut people's shit down. I mean,
Woo!
it's in you, not on you.
Period, Tay. Period.
Like a lot of people got to realize that it's not what you could go out and purchase that could make you better. It's what you could bring out of you that could make you better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I completely agree. And I just encourage everyone to listen to folks' stories and let them, if somebody is having a moment, celebrate and let people, don't be afraid to let people shine, because every dog has their day. Excuse me, y'all. Every dog
That's some
has their
good
day.
shit, Hunter.
I mean, you already know nothing but the best.
Put your
Uh,
arms up.
Sha-na-na-na-na. Yes, Treasure, stay motivated. Treasure says what
Yes,
God
that's
has for
right,
you
Treasure.
is
We'll
for
get to
you.
you. And that's all and that's it. Listen, and like they taught you in school, keep your eyes on your own paper. If you got your eyes on somebody else's paper, it ain't even about the monetary gain. It's about you might miss your own test in life. And outside of the factors of like what we said, what you put into the air, you never know who may be listening and what opportunities you may miss.
Period. Period. And half the time, Treasure, you so crazy, you already know, baby, what's mine is yours. What's mine is all y'all's. Um, yes, you may miss opportunities, and not to mention, too, a lot of the people that people envy or think, oh, you look like you have it all, baby. A lot of the times, like Cuz said earlier, it's a facade. If people, especially if you see a person, boast about a particular thing over and over again, that is a true sign. If every time you around somebody say, um they not, well, listen, I'ma say, let's say they make a lot of money or whatever, right? If all they have every time they around you is to talk about how much money that they make, it shows that they lack in a lot of other areas. You never talk about love. You never talk about, going places or having fun or family or anything. All you talk about is money. That's all you care about. If somebody only boasts about their home or whatever, that's all they have to brag about. There's nothing in them to brag about. Everything they have to brag about is on the outside of who they are. It's
Their
on the
substance
outside.
comes with thing versus self. They have no substance in self, so they go out and purchase things so they can have substance with things. So they feel like if they show people the things that they have, that will bring substance to them as a person. No, no, mm-mm.
Mm.
Because you got all of that and you still may be the most miserable person that there is. Just being honest, because material things is just that, material things. They come and
Period.
go, you can lose them. How many times you done found yourself buying the same thing more than one time?
Mm, 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 mm.
Absolutely. But you lose your mind one time. That's the fuck it. Ain't no coming back from that. We lose two things in life that we can't get back: people and our mental state. So at the end of the day, you got to hold on to one, because sometimes you ain't got no choice but to lose the other.
Yep. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. And also, y'all, be careful of the one uppers too, and believing in the one uppers, because they actually can be more stagnating to you than motivating to you. Because oftentimes the one uppers that we are around, um we get to where you try to have what they have because they're making you feel inferior, and they're superior to you because they have this particular thing, this particular amount of money, this particular home, this particular husband. So you skip steps and do certain things because you're trying to rush to feel as superior as this person feels to you. You know what I'm saying? And you will end up where you've been chasing some shit that you didn't even want.
It's like being in a relationship with a man for years and he's keeping you there because he's the financial stability within a relationship. And you staying there because of what a person provides versus the way a person treats you. You feel trapped and they feel they have something over you because you can't leave, because you ultimately need them within the situation. Without them, you won't be who you are because you won't have what you have. So they use the money as something to keep you stuck.
Right. And be advised, don't think for a second that a one upper has your best interest at heart. Because if a one upper uses the things they have to make you feel inferior, you better believe that it's only going to get worse as you try to get where they are or obtain what they have. It is not going to win you their respect or their loyalty. They thrive off being able to have one up on you. So they don't want to be around nobody that has as much as they do. You know how you have sometimes, because you can have a real pretty girl, right? That has mad insecurities, or everything else is wrong, or they're not happy with, but they are very pretty. Because of that, they will hang with people where the one thing that is good about them, they will hang out with people they feel are less attractive, so that one thing can even shine brighter. If it's all they have, let me accentuate this thing. You know what I'm saying? So they
Mhm.
need people that feel that they think are less attractive around them to make them feel that much more prettier. Instead of trying to tap into different greatness within themselves, it's, oh, if this is what I feel all I've got, I can't let the world know this is all I got, but I'm going to use it against everybody. The best way to do this is I'm going to get a bunch of ugly or unattractive friends. So everywhere we go, I will stand out as the prettiest.
Get some attention. Everybody to get that. Everybody, hey, oh, you so pretty. Oh, you so pretty. Just.
Period. So just know, normally, if you dealing with a one up person, they do not have one up on you. If you notice a one up person amongst you, just know that all that, oh, look what I got, look what I got, look what I got, is just to cover up an insecurity within them. Period.
To try to make you feel about what you bad about what you ain't got. Some people will do that.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know, I'm going
Absolutely.
to do this and I'm going to do that, knowing that in some aspects you might not be financially stable to do the same things or in a position to be able to do those same things. So by them speaking those things to you is not that you wouldn't be happy for the fact is that they're doing those things, but you would acknowledge the fact that they're only telling you those things because they know you can't do them.
Yep. And let's point out, we originally called this the Bow Wow syndrome, y'all, because I know y'all remember years ago when Bow Wow got caught taking a picture as if he was on some Lear jet or something, private jet or whatever, going somewhere. And someone happened to take a picture of Bow Wow in coach with them. And, to point out, hey, he's not on a private jet. He's on such and such airlines and sitting in coach with me. um that right there is something like that tells us something. Why would Bow Wow do that? First of all, it's because he did, there was something within him that wasn't feeling like a winner, and he felt like, maybe he feel he should have been further in his pockets than he was. you know Something, maybe he was feeling kind of not that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Let me do something to show, hey, I'm living my best life. But then people find out you're not. You could have had just as much. Say, for instance, he got on that plane and was going to a beautiful Bora Bora somewhere, right? Everybody don't get to Bora Bora every day. You know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful place, a vacation spot, gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think? First of all, it's a flex that you going to Bora Bora in the first place. On a
Absolutely.
vacation. Who gives a damn how you got there?
Okay.
You on the same plane as the person who's flying business, flying coach, or the pilot. You on the
Just
same
like I
plane.
said. Yep, just like I said when we started this live, I don't give a fuck what level you on. We all meet at the same place. You got what you got, and you still some place that I am. So what's different? Just like don't be fool people. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: lawsuits exist. Okay, there's people out here that's working for their shit, and there's some people that was given their shit. I'm not saying that it was due to the factors of unfortunate, because some people receive lawsuits due to the factors of misfortunate situations, death, accidents, or whatever. But you could have lost your legs and got 100 or 1.8 something million fucking dollars and never have to work the rest of your life because you actually can't. Here it is. I'm pulling my money in a different way. We're not the same.
Right.
We are not
Right.
the same. So being that you don't never know how a person makes their money, don't ever praise another person's money, because everybody ultimately get their money or come into money different ways. She could have sucked 30 dicks today. You never know. And you could be just thinking that she got it. She might have something else other than money. But with that being said, you may be thinking one thing when it really ain't it.
Absolutely. Same with relationships. You could see somebody. I've been told y'all about that. I know Treasure probably remember about the person I knew that had this perfect life, so it seemed, on Facebook, and pictures everywhere and all of this stuff with her husband, and everybody envied them. But they asked her
Everybody
why.
that got a Everybody that got a man ain't got a man, and
Right.
some people physically that do got a man ain't got to tell you that they got one because they happy with him.
Yep. But everybody thought this girl was happy because she was putting up pictures all over the world. They was everywhere. Just looked like the happiest couple you was, until she came out and told people the only reason why she only posts pictures when they are out of town on vacations is because that's the only time he don't wouldn't be in her ass.
Hmm.
He wanted to make sure when they had to be out in public that she was good, you know. So he was always nice and kind. And she was like, so the vacations was the happiest times of her life because she knew if they took a vacation, she would not have to worry about him beating on her. If they were home, that was always, you know, suspected to possibly happen. And it made
Men
me
with a
look
lot
at,
of money come with a lot of habits too. So, like
yes,
you said, physical habits, controlling habits, whorish habits, gambling habits, alcoholic habits, drug habits. Because when you have something in access, you get bored with the minimal and you start indulging in things a lot. And once you feel like you have access to things because you have access, you start taking advantage of the things that you have access to, including the women that you are with, because you feel like, oh, all right, I am this. You understand what I'm saying? So it becomes
yes.
the factors of the habit forming. People that have, or men that have a certain position or financial stature, have habits with a lot of things. That's why they are known, or some people say that they're cheaters, you know, or they have different habits, because when you got a lot of money, you get bored with little things.
Absolutely. That's why I know for a fact, baby, unless you are, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, baby. I can't speak for everybody, but you best believe if I was making the kind of money that people think everybody is making on here, I would not even be on this motherfucker, okay? Unless I was getting it through being a content creator or something like that. That's different. But I'm
I was
just
gonna
saying,
say,
as a regular person or whatever, if before any of this, I'm just telling you my story. If I was somebody who was making 25K a month or something, which I do not, okay? Am I coming to include everybody? I do not, okay? Uh, if I was, baby, what's going on this here internet would be the last shit on my mind. Do you hear me?
exactly, exactly.
It would be
So
the last thing
let's
on
say
my
you
mind.
have something, and you show up where you empty and end up being just like the people that have nothing. You
Yep.
still, I mean, just being honest, if people got these wonderful lives, why you ain't out living your wonderful life? And I'm not saying that everybody is living a bad one, but the life that some people predict, they too big for these sections.
I'm telling you, baby. Like, what you doing over here?
Right, and why you still got commercials? Why your app ain't premium?
I'm done. Period. Poop.
Nah, but seriously, stop trying to downplay people, because downplaying people only downplays yourself.
Yes. Now that's the message I hope everybody leaves with is downplaying other people downplays yourself. Period. So, you know, in my eyes, all I'm gonna say is this. Cause like I said, I ain't here to hold y'all for forever ever and stuff. But be happy with who you are and obtain the things that you want to obtain in your life. Do not let what somebody else has going on that you can't even be for sure that's what they got going on affect how you feel about the life you have built for yourself. Do you hear me? No, I don't live in a mansion, right? But somebody else living in a mansion does not take away from the peace and the love and satisfaction I feel when I walk through these doors. You know what I'm saying? When I get in my car, I don't drive a Lamborghini or a Porsche. But when I get in either that Chevy or that drop top sitting outside, honey, it gets me from point A to point B, and I look cute getting there. Do you hear me? I'm not. I don't have your car to need to look cute in your car. I just need to look cute in my car. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I gotta look cute in my husband car, because I can't drive. I'll be done killed all of us. It can't happen. I can't do that. So if you see Tay walking, it's because the vehicle ain't there.
Y'all New
Everybody ain't
Yorkers.
driving because everybody's not driving because they can't afford to drive. Some people are not driving because they can't.
Most, do you know how many New Yorker friends that I have that do not and cannot drive because they fucking live in New York and they took the subways and shit they whole damn life. They never had a need to. I actually have friends that live in New York that has vehicles. They do not drive because they
Right, because
prefer.
parking is the thing.
Yes, parking and traffic. One of my friends, they moved to New York but and drove in their own truck or whatever. And their truck has really been parked in, they only use their shit is parked in a garage you pay for, and they only use it when they're traveling out of the state, like going out of town and stuff, because they said it's so much easier to get around by the subway and such and such because of traffic.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. You would rather park your car and take the train because by the time you get there, it's going to be tomorrow.
period, Pooh.
By the
Period.
time you get there. But I want to piggyback off of what you said and tell everybody walk into the room feeling the same way no matter what room you walk in and no matter what nobody got there. When you get there, you're still the shit.
Still the shit.
The light comes with you.
And
That's
you
it.
gotta know that on your own.
That's it. You are the light. Don't nobody bring the light for you. You come with it. That's it.
That's it, and that's all.
This was a
And
great one. I've definitely enjoyed you guys tonight.
I did too, and I know I'm a y'all. We gonna let everybody skedaddle because I know it's a lot of lies that done cranked up. I ain't trying to
Yeah, I got
congest.
some bush hopping to do. I got some bush hopping to do. I sure do.
Yeah, girl, and I will probably bump into each other in one of them. You feel me? But yes, y'all. Thank you everybody who tapped in, who may come back and watch the replay and things of that nature. I and my beautiful cuz slash co-host. We love y'all pulling up and showing the love that you show means everything to us, and we're going to continue to try to make sure we're consistent and as much as possible so y'all don't forget about us and that you know that we're here and we're coming and tap in. It was a great, wonderful crowd tonight. Thank you so much to the
Absolutely.
mods. Thank you,
Absolutely.
thank you, thank you to the mods, to the family that pulled up for both of us, for one of us, for either one of us. You hear me? Thank you so much. I
And
love
that's
y'all.
right.
Say,
Remember, F
talk to
fitting
'em.
in when you could always stand out.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Never fit in where you can stand out. That is such a beautiful way to end this live. Never fit in where you can stand out. Of course, unless it's a
Mm.
shootout, then duck with the rest of everybody else. Okay?
Yeah.
Tay, I love you so much, and I thank you for honoring. It is just an honor to do this with you. You could be anywhere else. You could be over there on your own live, turning it up. And the fact that you take your time out to come and just bless this channel with your presence every week, we're able to do this. It means everything to me, Tay. I really thank you for your generosity.
I love you for free and on purpose, baby.
Oh, shucks. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Love you, treasure, baby. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, y'all. Have a blessed one. Love y'all all the long way. Straight like that.